Hi Stu, you there mate?
Just sat down, man.
Okie dokie. I was going to do ETS2 today, but then I turned off, I thought, nah, I'm going to go back on the server and see if I can get a bit more of that corn cut.
So I thought about that earlier, yeah. But the thing is, it didn't save for me, so I didn't bother, man.
Yep, no, that's okay. And I can't actually do anything about it in the settings. There's not a thing where I can list your name and then click, you know, give settings. What they said when I phoned up about it, or when I queried about it, was that you've actually got to go and make a ClanForge account so that your name is registered with them. Then I can sort of do things with you on the server. But until that's done, there's no way.
We're gonna make a claim with who?
I think it's called ClanForge. They're the people, they don't own the server, but they're the people that use the software that runs the server, if you know what I mean. But anyway, it might not be ClanForge, Stu. I'm going to have to look it up on the browser and that, you know, later on.
It says ClanForge, create your status, banners, and view stats about your server.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that is the right one first. I'm certain it is ClanForge, but I can't be 100% certain. So I don't want you signing up with the wrong company.
All this crap, man, just to save a game, man.
Yeah, I know. You actually can't do anything on the server. Nothing at all until you're registered to it. And you can't do that without an account.
Okie doke. The thing is, this email address, yeah, I haven't just got one email, I've got three, yeah, but two have like closed down, so really I've got one now that's live. And I really don't care where it goes, man. I don't care who knows it.
Yeah, okay. If it turns out to be Clan Forge that you've got to go with, they're quite a reliable company. They've been around for a long while, so you'd be safe using it there anyway.
Their website looks professional, man. It looks cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. It sounds like it is the one. That means I've got to tab out the game again to hit my browser button, which I don't really want to do just at the moment. Oh, guess what? I had to delete one of the big long videos.
What's that?
You're not going to believe this. It got copyright ID claim on it.
What's that?
Well, I'll tell you why that is. You know the background music in Farming Simulator?
Yes, on the menu.
Yeah. I've had to turn that off because that's what it was being flagged. It's copyright.
So was this last night's stream or the one before that?
Yesterday afternoons. No,
I need to check my Facebook. Hang on, man.
The afternoon stream was 4 hours 31. That's the one I had to delete. And the stream we done in the evening was over 5 hours.
That one video with the big dirty straight what is it, plough? That one seems to be working okay. That's nearly 5 hours long. Holy hell! Wow.
Yeah, that's it. That's the only one you'll find up there because the other one I had to delete. Right, they have got a beta thing there that says remove this song, but it does say it's beta. Anyway, I let that run for about an hour and a half, and it come back and said we can't remove the song. So you know, you either delete it or
I found it, man.
Well, I said,
I got rid of it, dude. I'll get you. I got it.
How have you found it? It's been deleted.
That's because you know when it's on YouTube and you share it, I share it to my Facebook and it stays there. But when I'm going to play it from Facebook, it'll say the video no longer is there. So it just looks messy on my Facebook, and I hate messy Facebook, man. So to tidy it up because the video is no longer there, I just got rid of it, man.
Okay. Well, what I've done now is I've turned the music off in game, so that's not going to happen again. So I've got no intro music or anything now. I'll tell you what, this copyright's a right game. They were going to stick advertising videos all through it. I said, no, you're not. I'd rather delete the bloody video.
Yeah. But don't you get any cash for the adverts that being on your video?
No. Not if it's been, if there's a content claim on it. Any money that comes in goes to the copyright owner. In other words, they've been making money off of me because I used a little, well, I don't know how long it was, maybe 40 seconds worth of a song. Because obviously as soon as I came off of that particular menu, the music stopped. So it was only about 40 seconds anyway.
After a while, though, to be honest with me, you know, the introduction music on the menus, I have to get rid of those. They just, oh man, death to the ears, mate.
Yeah, it's all right, but the thing is, people know that music. So, like, when the timer screen is on, that's playing in the background. People know that I'm about to start doing Farmsim. It's the same with ETS. I always had that music playing, you know, but that one's not copyright because it's never been flagged. But this one is copyright.
So basically, as a guess, you know that music and it goes, baby, will you be with me? Because as far as I can see, you are the only one for me. You know that song, yeah, from Farmsim 15? So if I had that on the start of a video, obviously that's going to be copyright, isn't it? Even though everybody, even the dog and the birds outside know that song.
Yeah, it's owned by somebody, unless it actually states that it's content. What's happened is ETS have used copyright-free music. They found a song they like, and that's what they've used for their background music on ETS. But obviously, Giants have paid for the licensing for that song.
Just turn it off, bugger it, man. Put some Ozzy Osbourne on.
Yeah, make sure that doesn't come through to the stream because that'll definitely get copyright clicked.
Oh yeah, we can't even do bloody Ozzy, man. I was in a band years ago, but you don't want to hear us. We were crap, man.
Yeah.
Can't you play your own songs? Don't you have any songs from when you were in a band? I'd love
Yeah.
to hear you in a band, man.
Oh, yeah, you can do that. No, you can't. Not if you're copying somebody else's music. If you're doing your own material, which is totally original, then yes. But
Yeah,
if
but
you,
say you know when you was in a band, yeah, with that geezer who I thought was John Peel, yeah. So I mean, say if you had some recordings of you guys back in the day, surely you guys own the copyright to that.
only if it's our songs. Like if we were playing Whole Lot of Rosie, then no, the band or the record company owns the copyright. We
Did you
would
not
just
do your own songs?
sorry.
Did you not do? Did you not do your own songs?
One or two, but not many. Most of the stuff we done was copy. But people wanted to hear Led Zeppelin and Frank Zappa and people like that, you know.
Right, we just did our own stuff, mate.
Oh yeah, none of us were prolific writers, which is why we were just a touring band.
We was just going to the studio, yeah, but like we had our own way between us of writing our own songs, and we understood the stuff that we wrote on the paper. For you to look at as a real musician, you go, what the hell am I looking at, man? But for us, we knew, man, it was cool.
Yeah, yeah. Excuse me just a minute, Stu. William, sorry mate, I missed your message there. I was so busy chatting away with Stu. If you're still there, yes, good afternoon, and I'm very well, thank you.
Ooh, here's an idea, man. You know, on Steam, you got who have you got on Steam? Who have you asked to come to? You know, who's on your? Hang on, I gotta talk. I haven't been awake long. Goddamn.
I haven't got many friends at all, right? So the only and I usually don't accept friend requests. I'll tell you that now. But I have accepted requests from you, Callie, Dictate. Yeah, and that's it. Them three.
Well, I could have Calais and Dictate come over onto my Steam if I wanted. I don't mind. Little bit of a gang, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, well, tell them that.
They seem to have their heads kind of in the same world as us too.
Yeah, definitely. Well, they're into simulators because I keep seeing Callie's notification pop up all the time, but he's always playing ETS too. So yeah, and I got an idea he's playing multiplayer, but I don't know.
Richard Tate is Dictate, and Francis Kelly is Kelly, obviously, because it's got his name there. Oh my god, I can read. Happy days. That Matt Peddleson, your friend there, level 31? Wow.
Yeah, he's the developer for Train Sim.
Holy cow, check you, man, with these game developers. Going
Yeah.
around ringing people up, check you.
He's got his own stream, and I go on it all the time because he streams Train Sim and Train Sim World. He's that much into trains that he's even got a model railroad set up in his house that was owned by his father, and he even streams that, and it's a really big layout.
I've just sent Dictate and Francis Kelly friend requests, but they might not know who I am. So I might change my game profile name for a bit, mate.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I must admit that threw me because I thought, who the hell's carrying? Don't know you. Hi, William. Good. Just out my wheel, man. What a difference. Yes, you will notice a difference. The wheel really makes a difference. A big, big difference.
I am now Slow Stew Farmer. I'm going to change my name from Security Stew back to Slow Stew. Because I'm so slow at that farm game. Retarded, mate.
All right, okay, up to you.
Oh, when you were doing the corn thing at the end, I totally forgot. Different harvesters do different things. I totally forgot, mate.
Yeah.
Plus, don't forget, you're not online now, are you?
We are streaming live, yes.
Okie doke. I might say, cool. I didn't know you were online, dude.
Oh yeah, I said yesterday, didn't I, that I was going on, but I was going to stream ETS too, but I just changed my mind at the last minute. Thought I'd do a bit
I
more
didn't know you
work.
were doing it now. Right, now. Hello, YouTube.
Yeah, that's who I was just talking to a minute ago. William, who was talking to me in the YouTube chat.
Good morning, peoples.
I've just started my tractor up and I'm ready to go. No, I'm not ready to go because I haven't adjusted my steering uh, spring strength. I can't turn the bloody wheel again.
For some reason, my FS17 is not starting.
What, at all? Not even a single player part?
No, not at all. Not even loading up.
Reboot your computer. That's all I can suggest because I haven't got the faintest idea about that.
No, I've been on truck sim all morning, so I don't know.
You haven't still got truck sim running in the background, have you, or something like that, and there's just not enough memory to run another game?
Yeah, everything's closed down, man. I'll be back sometime in a bit, man.
Okay, I'm certain you'll sort it, but that usually cures it. Just turn your computer off, turn it back on again.
Radio check. Yeah. It was some error in the DLL file or something like that. Some DLL whatever. Yeah. Well, I just turned my laptop on as normal about 4 hours ago. Got on with my stuff today, so, you know, trying to free myself up for the rest of the day. And ETS worked fine, online and offline, everything was fine. And yeah, this game just didn't want to allow me. Remember that advert on TV about the nuclear submarine that had some computer error and the guy just says turn it off and on again and it worked?
Testing.
I hear the testes, mate.
Yeah, I was working on Discord, but it wasn't going through to YouTube again, exactly the same as yesterday. It looks as though every time I come on, I've got to reset OBS key bind. Happy days.
At least you don't stream for just an hour, so it's kind of worth it, mate.
Well, yeah, there's that to it, I suppose. Yep, this is just a check going through to YouTube just to make sure my mic's working and I can see it is, so that's good news. Right, back to work.
I've just put my signing on card in and out the machine. What do you want me to do, mate?
Well, it's up to you. Do you think you can help me with this, you know, get a truck and a trailer and help me with this? If you're not sure, then just say and I'll, you know, you can go off and do anything else.
Selecting tractor, mate.
Okay, the only thing you got to remember is usually to unload you press the I button, don't you? Well, when you're unloading into these clamps you have to press left control I, and then you have to actually drive forward at about, I don't know, 8-9 miles an hour, so that it spreads it evenly along the clamp. And then you've got to give me time to just jump into the wheel loader and flatten it out between every few loads.
Well, this is different, isn't it?
Yeah.
I haven't used this harvester before, you see, dude.
Yeah, all you got to do is pull up behind him and the spout will automatically find you, and then just put it into cruise control at 6 miles an hour and you'll just drive along next to him. All you got to do is steer. And then just give him room to turn at the end of the lane. Right, this is
You
my...
know these trailers, they're getting filled up quick, aren't they?
Yeah, this is my third offload now, so I'm going to flatten the clamp out. So if you see me in there flattening, let me finish before you drive through.
Well, I ain't going to be driving through it if you're in there, dude.
Right. Yeah, but what I mean is you might not see me in there until the last minute. All right, mate.
I'm not insured, man, for this tractor, so I've got to be careful, man. Do you want me to flatten it or just come back, mate?
No, it only needs flattening every 3 or 4 rows through. So it's just that if you leave it right to the end, when you get, you know, as much in there as you want, you'll look at the compact and it'll be like 20%, and then it'll take an absolute age to get it up to 100%. So if you do it every few loads you dump in, it keeps the clamp looking fairly tidy, and it makes it easier to finish off.
Yeah, man, because before now I've got that thing filled full of grass, man, and not one of it's been compacted. It took an age, man, to get compacted.
Yeah, it will do. That's one of the mistakes you learn the hard way by doing it.
Yeah, it's one of those, man. But last night, yeah, you know, when we went, I stayed awake for about another hour. I went on ETS, as obvious. Yeah, it's obvious that I went on that game, but and everything was working fine. I closed everything down sweetly. The computer was working perfect all day. I don't know why it's in error in some DLL file. I don't know.
Yeah, I know computers do weird things. Who knows? It's the big Bill Gates mystery.
And yesterday, yeah, you know, like last night, as the day wears on, I get kind of really tired because of what I do, yeah. And yesterday was kind of I was really tired, really heavy, man. My brain was dead last night, man.
Yeah.
Especially with all that ploughing and stuff to do, goddamn. To sit there in a trance, man, or watching some hired driver do the field.
Yeah, you don't have to do it like that. I mean, you can quite welcome to drive the tractor on your own if you want. I mean, you don't have to use the oil workers just because they're there.
They kind of do the lines perfect though, don't they? And if I'm doing it myself on a field this big, it'll be a mess, mate.
Not if you use the GPS mod. The GPS gives you a line to follow. It's dead easy.
I've never used it. I've got it obviously, but I've never used it. Ain't got a clue.
Right, okay. There's lots of videos on YouTube about how to use it.
Yeah, the guy I used to do the modding for about a year and a half ago now, he used to use everything, mate.
Yeah. Well, I pretty much did as well. 'Cause I told you I used to run my farm using Courseplay, the GPS and various other little bits and pieces. The whole farm was completely automated. It looked brilliant to just sit here and watch it all going on around you, like, you know.
It's good that the guy in the harvester is a really good shot with that pipe.
Yeah, that's true.
Not even lined up on him, you know, just before you're even lined up on his side, he's shooting it in from like distance, mate.
Yeah, the pipe will always find your trailer, definitely.
It's a very powerful machine that shoots all that corn that far, you know.
Yeah, it is. But if you've ever seen one of them operating in real life, that's exactly what it's like. Very realistic.
I think it's one of those things where if you've never saw before, you kind of stand in awe, really. One of those simple things, you just don't know how the hell it works, you know? Whoever invented this must be an alien, man.
Yeah. Well, that's why when that thing stops, the engine revs up. It's to keep all the internals cool.
Oh, this is that one you was on about, okie doke.
Yeah, when it actually stops working, you notice the engine revs go right up. And that's just to keep everything that's working inside working properly.
I'm getting the hang of this dodgy tractor, man, with the steering.
Yeah. So what I do now is I follow up behind you, and as soon as you pull off, I pull up. see? It makes a nice flow of work.
Yeah, and if there was 4 of us, oh my god.
Yeah. Well, if there was 4 of us, you'd have another forage harvester, wouldn't you? Working from the other end of the field. So you'd have 2 teams.
Then this field would be no problem, mate. Not that it's a problem anyway, I mean, getting it done now.
Yeah, it takes a little while, as I say, because this machine only goes slow. But, you know, there's nothing you can do about that. That's just one of those things.
It doesn't all fill these big trailers quick, though. I'm so glad that my boss has gave me 3 days off instead of the usual 2.
Any days off are good, Bill. I keep wanting to call you Bill. I got so used to talking to Bill on multiplayer.
I've got an
Stu.
Uncle Bill, yeah.
Stu.
Well, I've got an Uncle Bill, yeah. Really nice guy. Not saw him in well over 10 years. So I don't mind, to be honest, man.
Yeah.
He had this American car, yeah, some American Cadillac thing. It was all black, red on the inside, air suspension. I've never been in a car with that before until then. Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, I had a Citroen that had air suspension.
Oh, Citroen AX or the VX, wasn't it? Something like that.
Oh, VX, I think.
Thing. The pointy thing.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to flatten when I tip this, because this will be the 3rd load going in.
When I start to drop off next time, I'm going to get to that wall thing from the other end, because my trailer's like empty by the time I'm getting halfway through, as you'll see.
Just you want to drive about 10 to 11 mile an hour, something like that, as you're tipping.
Yeah, I thought that, man. I'm just going to increase it, mate.
Don't worry about a bit of it coming out at the end, you know, past the black and yellow hatch lines, because I'll tidy up afterwards. Not a problem.
Yeah, I'm accurate with that, man. It's just that my trailer's kind of empty while, you know, I'm about just over halfway through, as you'll probably see, man. The first time I dropped it off, I couldn't notice it, but the second time I dropped it off, it kind of built up to a bit of a lump there, going along.
Yeah, it will do. And
still not a problem, man, not a problem.
Yeah, it's all right. All you got to do is just adjust your drive-through speed. Just put your foot down a little bit more, and don't worry about it coming out the end, because that can always be cleaned up.
As I guess your little plan is on having a hell of a lot of cows, yeah?
A minimum of 100, and then as they reproduce, they'll get sold.
Ah, that's okay then, man. But I've never had cows that have reproduced, mate. So that's all new to me too.
Yeah, you got to feed them TMR, and that's what all this prep is about. If you don't feed them that special food, they won't reproduce, and they'll only stay at about 80% instead of 110%.
I mean, that machine that you're in now, yeah? I've never even used that before, mate.
Right?
All I've done is basic farming or farming on this game, man. A couple of cows, a couple of sheep. Never even saw a pig. Yeah, 11 miles an hour is perfect, man. Cheers, dude.
Yeah, good stuff.
It finished here about an inch from the end, mate.
Good.
Did you see that conference yesterday with Theresa May on it?
No, I didn't, mate.
Oh, dude, on the back here they got like letters on the wall advertising something. Well, first things first, the F was fell off, yeah. While Theresa May's giving a speech. That's perfect timing, man. And something weird. She couldn't breathe, man. She started to choke on something. She just couldn't breathe. The Chancellor of the Exchequer came up, gave her a cough sweat, and she says, "Oh, look, it's the first time that the Chancellor of the Exchequer's ever gave anything away for free," which is kind of true. But even he looks like an ass. You know, oh my god.
Yeah, this government is very. I don't like getting too much into politics, but I've got nothing good to say about them. Let's put it this way, and I don't really do not like the way Theresa May operates.
She looks evil, mate.
Yeah. She's trying to be another Margaret Thatcher, and you know we don't need another one of her. That's for sure. She's done enough damage as it is.
Yeah. Steelworks and stuff. I remember the steelworks and the coal mines, but I was a kid back then, mate.
Yeah, and the absolute killer at the time was the poll tax.
Didn't the poll tax turn to council tax? It was the same thing anyway.
It did. Without her, we wouldn't have had that.
As I get older though, yeah, like, politics is kind of interesting. It's weird.
Yeah, as I said, my television used to be on all the time, but I very rarely watch it at all now. The only time my telly's on now, it's actually got YouTube videos playing on it. Because I've got a Chromecast.
I mean, I've got a big massive TV in the corner, yeah. I've got one of those HDMI cables, it works, but I just can't be bothered on a big screen.
Yeah. Oh yeah, plugging your computer directly in with an HDMI cable, yeah, that works. Definitely. But that's what I've got the Chromecast for, because it saves all that. I just fire the video up on my computer and it wirelessly transfers it over to the telly. I've got enough cables running because everything I've got is actually cabled. It's not working on Wi-Fi. I hate Wi-Fi.
Oh, same here, Mike. Same here, man.
So
Unless I'm at work on a laptop, Wi-Fi is needed then. But apart from that, I hate Wi-Fi. I've never used it in my house. Always off, mate.
Yeah. Ethernet cables rule.
Behind my telly, it is like a city of cable, mate.
Yeah, same here. And behind my computer desk.
I've been having a look on YouTube at these PC games, yeah? And these two that we're playing at the minute seem to be the popular main two.
Yeah, but they're also niche games because a lot of people like shooters, shoot 'em ups. So there's probably more people interested in them sort of games than what there is simulators, unfortunately.
It's just going around with a gun, pew pew pew, killing everybody. I've done that. It's got done, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, to me, it's a nothing game because I don't want to go around killing people, whether it be in real life or in a game, you know what I mean? So it's just not for me.
At least off this, I'm actually learning, yeah? So you never know, man.
Yeah.
I couldn't be a farmer in real life, man.
Oh yeah, in real life it's a lot more complicated than what you're doing in this game. That's for sure.
Yeah, but we're getting the basics of what to do. It's the basics, isn't it? Everybody just needs the basics to get a jump up kind of a thing, you know?
That's right, yeah.
But truck sim, man, look at all the people who have played truck sim and then in real life they become truckers, man.
Yeah, oh yeah, it gets people interested, definitely. But I'll tell you what, driving a truck is a hard life. I've done it. Not articulated, but rigid trucks. And yeah, it's hard work. That's the problem with simulation games. They tend to glamorise the work. And then in real life you find that it's not quite that easy.
And people these days are kind of afraid of a bit of hard work, mate.
Yeah, that's true enough. They'll do anything to get out of it. Always looking for shortcuts and cutting corners.
Yeah, I get it where I work as well, mate. The thing is at work, for me, yeah, is I kind of love it, yeah. I actually see that there's a point of doing the job that we do where I work, and if people aren't doing it, I tell them, I really don't care, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, if you're passionate about a job because it's something you really like doing, it makes life a hell of a lot easier. But, you know, your working life, that is.
But I'm telling you, this, man, it's hard to have a relationship with any kind of a woman doing what I do. It's so hard, man. It's a 0-hour contracts, yeah? It's a killer, man.
Yeah. We're going to have to restart this Forester at a minute because when he gets to this empty lane here, he's going to stop.
Perfect unloading as well, mate.
Right, I'm going to be flattening on this empty.
Very rarely have I played this game from the driver's seat view. It looks kind of good, mate.
Yeah. Yeah. And if you've got track eye, that works in the game.
I haven't even ordered my steering wheel yet, mate.
Righto.
But when I used to do flight sims, I always wanted that track IR. Do you know if you can take screenshots from the online game?
Hang on. Sorry, what was that again, Bill? Stu?
Did you know if you can take screenshots from this online game?
You can do, but I can't remember what the key is. You have to look for the, you know, for the settings. Yeah, I'm pretty certain you can take screenshots, but I really can't remember what key it is now.
Yeah, I've just gone and pressed every key that I used to use for screenshots and it isn't any of them.
Okay, that was a brave thing to do.
There's like 4 or 5 keys I never use on my laptop and it's one of those. I know that for a fact. It's definitely one of those. It is for ETS anyway. Maybe I've just not set it up for this. It's not as if the people on my Facebook really want to see pictures of farming games, you know.
Yeah.
They want to see guns and dead bodies and things, and no.
Yeah, of course.
And the thing is, they're all roughly my age, man. There's no teenagers or 20-year-olds on my Facebook who are gamers.
Right, there's 526,000 litres in here. We're getting very near the top of... I still don't know what the capacity is on these clamps.
One way to find out, mate.
But the thing is, if you put too much in here, it makes it too difficult for the tractors to actually drive in and out. So I found that it's always best to, you know, cover them up when they're slightly underfilled. I actually thought 500,000 was the limit, but obviously not, because this one's gone way over. Yeah, I could probably get a couple more loads in there. See what happens. Yeah, it's levelled out reasonably well, so. Do you take a different road round to get to the clamp? Because I expect to sort of pass you, but I never do.
I'll just head straight for the cow shed, sheep head, whatever that is. How to sheep? I head for the sheep head.
Ah, right, okay, you're going round the back road rather than going past that little water tower. Alright, that's fair enough.
And to try and make it look a bit more even, I've filled it, the trench wall thing, whatever, from the other end.
Oh no, don't do that. Right, okay, in future, Bill, don't cut these blank lines, alright?
That's Bill told off again.
Yeah, sorry, Stu. As you can see what happened there, when it got to the end of that lane, it actually...
I get away with it, man, but obviously not.
Yeah,
he did
no.
at the other end.
Yeah. Right, let's take him back and reset him. I'm going to reset him off down the other end. Okay, I'm just going to sit in here and wait for you to start filling, and I'll get a free ride back to my tractor.
Your tractor is just here, dude. I brought it down.
Oh, all right. Say no more.
You see, this is what my idea was all along, Mike. You see where the stuff's all cut on the ground, it's a perfect line to get filled up, you see.
Yeah, okay.
That was my intention all along, man.
Yeah, actually caused a problem because the harvester turned into the centre of the field and was just about to start cutting. And that would have
Yeah, I saw you run out, man. Your little legs are class, man.
Yeah. Well, if it would have cut a line across the lanes, every time it come to that lane, it would have stopped and turned. Now I'm hoping that when it gets to the end of this little bit that there's just enough corn left for it to cut on the left hand side that it'll keep on going.
Yeah, there's more than enough, man. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 lines of corn there, man.
Right, okay. As long as you don't stop and start trying to go into the middle of the field again.
Look at that one little bit of corn uncut, man. OCD, OCD.
Yeah, don't worry about it. That'll plough you. Sorry, not plough, it'll cultivate him. Just as a matter of interest, Bill, is there any more empty lanes like that on this field?
I wouldn't know, you need to ask Bill, mate.
Stu?
Any more white empty lanes on here?
No, there's not. I can see there's not. You're all right.
Yeah, they kind of stand out a bit on the map, don't they?
Yeah.
Is this the only farm we have on this entire map, is it then?
As I said, I haven't actually done any exploring on this map, so I couldn't tell you what's on here. I haven't been too far away from the farmyard yet. Hello, Byron S. My mum left me home alone. I was sleeping. Oh, well, that's not very good. How old are you?
Oh, I just got a note from Callie, man. He's on ETS2 again.
Yeah, I just got that notification as well, Stu.
He must be on my friend list now, that's cool. Hello, Callie, if you're watching. Hello, if you're not.
Ah, Byron. Okay, that's fair enough. I just wondered. How old am I? Now, that would be telling, wouldn't it? Nah, I'm 67. I'm a pensioner.
I'll replant that canola later as well.
Yeah, that's alright, Stu. Just tell me when you've had enough of doing this and you can get on with whatever you want to do, mate. It's not a problem.
We've got a load of work to do, mate. £15 an hour, thank you, Michael. Yeah, the way I go, yeah, it's right by the car.
Yeah, right. I know where you're going. You're actually going through the farmyard rather than round by the clamps.
Yeah, it just seems quicker, mate. I don't get lost this way.
So you're actually unloading from the road end?
Yeah.
Oh, well that's okay, because I'm unloading from the opposite end, so that helps to spread it out a bit.
Okay, doke. I don't want to get lost like I did yesterday in the car, mate.
Well, you can only drive to the edge of the map and then you're stuck, so...
I tried to be clever, man, and have a drive without getting lost, without using the map, but it didn't work.
Yeah, no, we'll have to be working this map for a little bit longer yet before all the little country lanes and that click in. Right, I'm going to compact. That's 670,000 litres in this silo, this clamp. That will give us 1 million litres of silage when it's all cooked.
Won't last how long, will it?
Well, it's going to last for a while, isn't it? That's for sure. In fact, I'm wondering if we should put any more in there. And just, I'll have to look and see if we can put this into storage. If so, we'll just continue dumping it in the silo. If not, it needs running over to the BDA, but or we can just leave it there because it won't wither, and we'll just cut more when we need it. I think I might cover this actually because it's actually over 1 million litres. So yeah, I think that's going to be plenty to get the cow started once it cooks.
Yeah, there's quite a lot in there, isn't there, mate?
Actually, I think I'm going to tidy these ends up before I cover it. It might make it easier. Because it doesn't matter about having a hump then.
To be honest, it isn't bad, man, you know?
No,
For
it's
a pair
got...
of noobs, it's pretty level and tidy, mate.
Yeah, it's gone in reasonably well. And that's without using a leveller. You know, that dumping at one end and using the leveller to spread it throughout the silo, that makes a really nice flat job of it, but it's not as easy to do as it sounds. Yeah, Byron, it's a reasonable level really, considering we're not new at the game, we've both played the game before, but like for me, I'm relearning the game again because this game is so different to the farming sim I used to play.
Yeah, same here too, mate.
Yeah, and that's the same for Stu here as well. He's having to sort of relearn it all over again.
Hence the corn thing last night, mate.
This is what I'm not too used to, using the mouse to control these front implements.
Oh, that looks weird, man. A perfectly square lump of corn on the end of that.
Yes, it does look a bit funny, doesn't it? Yeah, taking it that I haven't actually got a mouse, I'm using a trackball, so it makes it even more difficult. Okay, that's done that end.
just over here sorting out field 9 with the cultivator and the seeder for the canola again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go and make a cup of tea or coffee, mate.
That sounds like a great idea.
One man feels the same as Will's all gummed his mouth.
Hello there, Johnny Gray. Do lawn care. Are you talking about mowing? We will be doing mowing at some point. We're just waiting for the grass to mature before we cut. Right, that's both ends cleaned up, so it's going to be covered now. By moving that about, I've got to do a bit more levelling, compacting.
And I'm back.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying, after cleaning up both of the ends, it's now gone down to 98%, so it won't let me cover it. So I've got to compact it a little bit more.
So we've got all these fields still full of corn yet for this reason, as in to go in between the walls only, yeah?
Sorry, yes, in answer to your question, yes at the moment, but it can go elsewhere. I want to see if we can dump it into the silo for storage. If it'll go in there, then, you know, that's good. If not, we can just leave it on the field, it won't hurt.
So if it can go into the silo, yeah, from that orange-ish and from the other harvester that we just used, then happy days will continue that, yeah?
Yeah, sorry, I was I'm busy getting stuck in the clamp, so I couldn't talk. Right, done.
Full beans. Getting stuck in the clamp?
Yeah, where I've tidied up the ends and I've just dumped the stuff in, it actually took away some of the compactness, so it went down to 98%, so then I had to go and drive in the bumpy bits that I've just made, and yeah, the tractor gets stuck on them very easy.
I'll tell you what happened earlier on ETS2, man, it was weird. I had a double, yeah? And as you know, my doubles have very rarely, if not ever, had a reversal. Well, I had a reversal, yeah? No, I didn't, sorry, it was just a block on the floor, put the trailer in it. And it was easier to go a certain way than it was to go the other way. There was no, like, you know, when you get like a line and a dash and a line and a dash where the trailer goes on the end, the trailer where the cap goes on the end, there was nothing like that, just a square block. Well, I put it in there, done it, everything was fine, came out of the game, and when I went back into the game, yeah, after I dropped it off, my truck was like through a fence, man, and it was bouncing around, the damage level was building up really quick. Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, that does happen from time to time. I've had that happen to me, especially on a difficult parking space. It's where the actual front line of the parking box is outside a fence or inside a building which is next to the car park. That tries to put your truck into the building, which obviously isn't going to work.
Well, it kind of works. You put my truck through a fence and some building, and I was like, okie doke. So I came out, quickly went to the vehicle, fixed it place, and it was done, man. But still, it was a bit weird.
Yeah, you put my tractor right where the wheel loader goes, you naughty boy.
That was Bill, man. That was Bill. All I know is that the tractors get left across the road by where all them blue ones are. The two little rubbishy tractors stay where they are by the trailer thing, and all of the machines in that other shed. That's all I know.
Yeah, well, I mean, the tractors can actually go wherever there's spaces for them. I mean, I'm not sort of trying to say, yeah, that's got to go there and that's got to go there.
It's nice to be tidy though, isn't it? Organised when there's other people who might come on, you know?
Yeah. Hang on a second. Byron, if you're still there, are you saying that yes, you can put cut corn or chaff into a silo? Well, there's one way to test this because it looks as though Byron might not be in the room anymore. I'll just go and put a little bit into my trailer and see if I can unload it. If I can, then we can carry on cutting and getting, or I can carry on cutting.
Here's a way to find out. You know when you press the escape key and you got all the storage stuff inside the silo? Wouldn't that have 0 on it?
Yeah, hang on a minute. Byron, you're saying yes. What I think you're saying is yes, I'm certain when it is a mod. What does that mean? This is a basic game? Easiest way to do this is to put a little bit in the trailer and try it. I won't put too much in just in case it won't empty. But that's the easiest way to test it.
If you've still got the little green crappy trailer, use that.
No, that's all right because Farming Simulator has now got a tip anywhere built into it. So you can actually unload the trailer onto the floor.
Oh yeah, that's that Control I, isn't it, from earlier?
Yes.
Okie doke.
So it's not a problem. If I can't dump it in the silo, then I'll just find some out of the way place and dump it there. I'm only going to put a bit in anyway. Well, that's enough just to test.
I hope it works, dude. I was enjoying that with the corn, with the trailer earlier, man, backwards and forwards. I was enjoying that, oddly enough.
Well, I've just unloaded into the silo. So there is silo storage.
Excellent, thank you, Byron.
Yep, thanks for that information, Byron. Very much appreciated. Yeah, you can, even though we haven't got that mod on here, it's actually built into the silo. Mind you, it's a map mod. Yeah, so yeah, okay. Point taken.
Yeah, if you think about it, it makes sense now, seeing as you've got those buildings for the food mix and all that stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Always nice to know, though. Cheers, Byron.
Right, I'm just going to go for a quick wee while I've got a chance, and then I'll come back and we'll carry on cutting it. Quick wee and a cup of tea. Right, I'm back.
You know on the map view, yeah? You know on the top left there's number 9, what does that mean? Does that mean because I'm on field 9?
Right, you'll have to go again, Bill, because I didn't have my headphones on.
I don't know who Bill is, but yeah, you know on the map, yeah? On the top left it's got number 9, is that because I'm on field 9?
No, that's your button that you have to press to zoom between the two map sizes.
Oh god, okay.
Easy, really, isn't it?
I just don't see the point of there being a number 9 in the corner, mate. I just wondered, is it something weird like the top right one? You know, the MS thing?
Right, I maybe caught a cup of coffee, I've topped my e-cigs up with juice, changed the batteries, I'm good to go again. Byron, you do know that probably the best way of not being asked to be a moderator is to ask. You don't ask, you have to be seen in the channel regularly and people have to get to know you, then you get asked if you want to be a mod. Don't ask for it because you won't get it that way. And that is probably the same for every channel you go on.
It was the same for the Rainbow Dave guy that I used to work with, yeah.
Yeah, I think most streamers, you know, you're not going to give something to somebody that you don't know from Adam, you know what I mean? You've got to get to know him first.
I mean, that guy I was with for about a year, he was a really nice guy, you know, we got on, otherwise what's the point? But he was very strict, much stricter than you are.
Yeah, well, I can imagine that. I mean, I've got to wait and see how things go before I turn into that sort of a monster.
Yeah, you're very easygoing, man.
We'll see. Yeah, I'll take a fair bit before I actually hit a ban button or a kick button, you know what I mean? In fact, I don't even have to think about that now because Nightbot's in there doing its thing, and I've got you in there as well, so.
Apart from I can't see the, yeah.
Talking about save games, I will do that now so we don't lose any of this work, just in case. You might get a momentarily lag while I do this.
Ooh, that was weird.
Yeah, done. Right, yeah, so we can carry on cutting and unloading into the silo then. Don't forget that in future, that whole field will probably fit in these two clamps. That first clamp I covered up early. It only had just over 500,000. Well, there's nearly 700,000 in this last one we've just done. So if you double that up again, probably that whole field will fit in these two clamps.
But you're going to have some fat cows, mate.
Well, let's hope so. You get through a lot of silage, I'll tell you that, so we need a lot of silage. So what are you doing now, Bill? I can see you in front of me. Oh yeah, I see. You're still working on the corn thing, or are you doing something else there?
I'm just sticking the canola in now. As I saw, it's fertilised as soon as I stick it in, so I'll be done in a little bit. Oh
right, that's okay. No problem. You carry on, mate. You pick and choose your own jobs. I'll only call you over if I need some extra help.
To be honest, I want to get back to the yeah, trailer and that corn thing up and down. I was getting used to that.
Okay.
And as I harvested this field last night, I may as well set it all right again, even though it's not going to go all rotten and stuff.
Yeah, okay, doke.
I mean, if you own a field, you might as well stick something in it, I suppose.
Right. Oh, by the way, I read something the other night that if you, as soon as you've harvested a freshly ploughed field, you can plant another 3 crops on that field before it needs planting again. So 3 seasons.
That's weird. It's a fertilizer thing I don't understand. Because I thought that with this field, yeah, you know, it's been harvested, it's been cultivated, and now it's been reseeded, and I have no way of fertilising it yet. But I don't need to do it. That's cool.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming that works the same way as the ploughing.
Hopefully so, mate. I don't mind. It just saves a bit of time, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, we're not doing it realistically anyway by having it set to 1. Because, I mean, realistically, you would actually fertilise and then you'd spray insecticide and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, it's not exactly realistic, but, I mean, at the moment it keeps things moving just until we get established.
Good thing that you have turned off is the fact that you can drive vehicles with the big tyres through the fields and it doesn't wreck anything. Because on the game I play offline, yeah, it wrecks everything, and I just want it set to be realistic, but it's, yeah, a bit of a bummer.
Yeah, well, I was going to have crop destruction on until I realised that the AI didn't recognise a nearby field as being an obstacle, and it will do an outside the field wide turn right into your crops on your other field. So that's why I turned it off. Otherwise, to be honest with you, if it wasn't for that, it would be on. Now, this field doesn't actually need cultivating because the seeder that plants corn actually cultivates just before it drops the seed in. So that's another good thing. So it's a good way of getting this field replanted and up and running again.
I mean, this game has changed in so many ways, it's kind of weird, mate.
Yeah, it certainly has. Now, I don't know what sort of storage we've got in these silos, but something tells me it's 250,000 litres of each our thing.
I think I've put oilseed radish in the field instead of canola, dude. Have a look at the map, man.
Oilseed radish is only there to be ploughed into the field to fertilise it. It's not a crop you can use other than that. Are you talking about rape or canola?
Have a look at the map overview, man, the field now.
Field 9. Where's Field 9, Bear? Where are we? Lost it. Oh, I can see you, yeah. Oilseed radish. Is that what you've been planting now?
Yeah.
You can't use that for anything. That's just fertiliser. You plant it, wait for it to grow, and then plough it in.
That's because I'm not checking on the icons, mate.
Yeah. Yeah, it does tell you a warning on that. Not to worry, it's one small field amongst many others. Let it grow, and then we'll plough it in, and you know, work it from there. Don't worry about it. You might as well finish it now you started it.
So you know what? When it's got like the bottom right icon with the speed and everything on it, I just saw a little picture and I thought that looks like canola. I'll go with that. I didn't even check, mate.
Yeah. Now canola looks more like a plant.
Yeah, this one looks like a plant too. That's what got me confused, man. God damn.
Yeah, the canola's only got a single stalk. If you have a look at the oilseed radish one, it's got 2 stalks with heads on.
I just saw a little flowery thing and thought, that's it. Let's stick this in. God damn. I hate Field 9, man. It's been nothing but hassle, mate. I hate Field 9.
Never mind. Easy mistake to make. Don't worry about it. As I say, let it grow, and we'll just plough it in. Not a problem.
I live in the city, man. We don't do farms here, man. And that's for that little farm I worked at. It wasn't a farm. It was a farm, but it was the council-owned farm. So you know.
Yeah.
With the council, you get some cows, stick them in the field, stick a little barn next to it, and that's your farm, basically.
Yeah. Well, what's happening down here with a lot of the farms is you've got these rich people coming in, buying the farms because they want to live on a farm, but they don't actually do anything on the farm. They have a farm manager, and he totally looks after the estate, right, you know.
Could be worse. They could buy a farm, knock it down, and build it into a Nova hotel or something.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah, as long as somebody's keeping the properties running up as farms, that's good news.
Or even worse, an outdoor festival. Oh God, you don't want to live next door to an outdoor festival.
Definitely not. Imagine the traffic jams on the roads apart from anything else. I must have a look in a minute. If you can store chaff in that silo, I wonder if it stores silage as well, and straw. That'd be handy if it does straw.
I ain't got a clue, obviously, man. All I see is on the list, on the escape key with all the different fruits, but when I hover the mouse, it doesn't tell me what they are.
No, you've got to know the icons.
I can barely drive a tractor, man.
Actually, the very last page, the last dot that you can get to on that menu system, there's a help page there, and there's a whole page that shows you every single icon that's in the game and explains what it is and what it does.
Yeah, I've just got canola selected on the thing imaging now, a bit late, but never mind.
Yeah, as I said, I wouldn't worry about it. Don't fret.
I ain't worried about it. I think it's hilarious that another cock up and Field 9. Oh my God. I need to wake up, I really do.
Keep cool and eat cake and drink tea.
Tea and crisps, I think, today, man. This tractor is a bit overkill, isn't it?
What tractor's that?
That big massive one, that the thingy in the middle of it.
Oh, the articulated one. Right. You'll be pleased to know that I'm looking at the farm silo, and it's not registering tipping this stuff in. In fact, it's only registering, it looks like, the normal crops that you would put in a silo. So it doesn't look, although it doesn't stop you from tipping, it doesn't look as though it's accepting it. Because it's showing 0 litres. So, right, there's another way of testing this. I'll drive round the pipe on the other side and see if I get the option to load it. And that should tell me if there's anything in there. Right, you can load wheat, barley, canola, sunflowers, soybeans, corn. It says you can hold potatoes, but it says it's empty. Sugar beet says it's empty. Total mixed ration. Oh, that would be really good if that was working. But it says it's empty at the moment. Oh, chaff, it is registering it. So why is it not showing up on that menu system? According to this, there's 63,130 litres. So it is registering it.
But can you take it out?
I don't know, I'll try it, hang on.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
So basically back to what we were doing about an hour ago, before I screwed up field 9 once again and stick it all into that grill. Okie doke.
Yes, it seems that although it's not registering in that menu thing that you look at where it's got all the prices for the sell points, it's not coming up on there, but it is actually in the silo. And it holds...
you know the prices for the sell points here, which one is it across?
Hang on. Let me get out from underneath this thing because I'm scared of pressing the wrong key. Right, if you scroll across to the far right hand side of that page, that's all your thing there. And the chaff is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from the left.
That's a strange picture, isn't it?
Yeah, it shows like chopped corn, which is exactly what chaff is. The roll that looks like a Swiss roll next to it, that's grass. Yeah,
Oh, I
grass.
thought that was wool, man, but obviously you got the wool ball there. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's it. The wool ball is wool. You've got your oilseed radish there. You've got solid manure, liquid manure, the wool, chaff, silage, straw, and then I'm not too certain on these M ones. I'll have to check them. In fact, I've got an idea one of them is wrapped silage, which is like bales that are in a wrapper. And that one there looks like grass. Oh, it's wrapped grass. It's, yeah, grass that's been baled. So, and it does hold straw. That's what this one here is, the straw bale picture. But the best one out of all of that lot is TMR. TMR is brilliant. Because
that's the stuff that we mix in them new mod buildings, yep.
Yep, that's exactly right. If it holds that, which I'm not seeing an icon for it, so it might actually be one of these.
I'd like to see how they work, those mod buildings for the mixes.
Yeah, you just fill up the bunkers at the front and you just leave them running. It takes time for it to produce. And then you nip over, have a look at the screen. It'll tell you whether it's full or whether it needs refilling. If it does, it tells you what it needs refilling with. Or you can just drive underneath the pipe and load up with TMR and dump it straight into the cattle troughs. But make sure you only take what you need, because until we find out for definite whether you can keep TMR in here, it's got it on the fill menu. But again, it's not showing on this list, which is a little bit confusing. Not to worry, we're back to dumping corn in the soil over a minute, so. Or chaff, I should say. Oh, I do like Nescafe Gold.
Oh, dude, I've got this coffee here by Nescafe. I don't know what it is yet. I haven't looked at the jar. I just drunk it a while ago. It is so nutty and woody and bitter and lovely, man. I don't know what it is. I'll have a look in a bit, man.
You'll have to have a look and tell me, because I only use the gold, and I love the taste of that.
Take it, you put the milk in, then the coffee, then sugar if needed, and then the water. Yeah, you don't put hot water onto the coffee grains, no?
No, because it's a mug, a coffee mug maker. It makes one mug. I put in the coffee, one of my sweeteners, which I use instead of sugar. Oh, and then I turn the machine on. But before it actually spitting out hot water, I put the milk in.
Because a lot of people don't like coffee because what they do is they put the hot water in and they screw up the granules, man. They don't understand with coffee, it's weird.
Yeah, all you got to remember is with coffee is it doesn't like boiling water.
Yeah, exactly, man. To make it sound more simple, yeah. That's the best way of putting it, man. I'm going to use that.
Yeah, well, my coffee maker machine actually doesn't pump out boiling water. It pumps out water that's hot enough for coffee. That is why when you use it, you know, if you put a tea bag in a mug, your tea isn't boiling hot. But I don't mind that because I drink cold tea as well.
Yeah, cold tea is nice, man, but not cold coffee. Can't stand that.
Yeah, drinking both cold, lovely.
It's drinkable cold coffee, but it's got a funny taste. Because I put milk in it. You know, a lot of Americans don't put milk in their tea and coffee, do they?
No, they like their black drinks, don't they? That's for sure.
It stains my teeth with no milk, something rotten, mate. Definitely not coming up on the storage, is it? Ria's accepted it, so it must be good.
Yeah, and when you go to the fill, it tells you that there's like loads and loads of litres in there. So, yeah, it works, although it's not coming up on the storage. So, the only way to check how much is in there is to put a trailer under the fill thing and bring the menu up. You don't have to actually load any, but you can just see the menu and it tells you how much is there. That's a small bug that I think we can manage once now we know it's there.
Yeah, it's not much of a problem, is it, mate? But at least we know now that, you know, we can store this stuff.
Yeah, actually it's good news. And as I said, the TMR is excellent because as soon as you put it in them mixing stations, it means we can constantly be emptying the mixing stations, take one tray of load over to the cow shed, dump some in their troughs, and then everything else can go in the silos. And that means we can keep them feed mixers running then. Which is brilliant. I mean, you can do it with a mod. There's like storage houses that are built specially for storing straw and stuff like that you can place on the map. But I'd rather not do that if we don't have to. And it means, you know, downloading more mods.
I just wondered, yeah, what maps have you actually been on? Like, have you been on these maps where you get big proper storage places and you have to go up and open the gates, you slide the doors open and things like that?
Yes, mate, I've been on many different maps. I've tried them all at some point.
Well, you know these maps here where you get these big steel hangers with the big slidey doors on? There's like a mod that you also have to get with the arrows pointing left and the arrow pointing right that lets you open the doors. That's where a lot of people fail on that mod alone, just to open the doors, mate.
Okay, yeah, well in that case that's probably caught me out then, because the maps that I've used that have got big sheds with gates that you slide open like that, you just walk up to the door and left click them and they open.
Yeah, but it's weird because we may have to get an extra special mod, man. You know that opens all the gates as well?
Yeah.
If you don't know, it could really screw it up, couldn't it really, man? But, you know.
Absolutely, yeah.
Finding out, man.
It's
the power of YouTube and Google, mate.
Yeah, and the fact that a little bit of knowledge is a dangerous thing. Always do your research first. Can get you out of trouble a lot of times.
Yeah, it would have helped earlier if I knew I was sticking in whatever I was sticking in instead of canola. Yes.
Yes, we won't say any more about that.
Well, I just sell for your name.
Except I'm going to advertise it on the stream. Stu just put in bloody radishes and thought it was canola.
Plants are plants to all city people, mate.
Yeah, well, to be honest, I wouldn't have known that because I'm not a farmer. Although I live in the country, I just like living in the country. I'm definitely not a farmer, so anything I know about farming is come from this game.
I didn't think it was like funny the other day when you said that you were a taxi driver. You have the accent for it, man.
Well, yeah.
I can imagine you in a taxi, man.
That was one of my main jobs. When I finished with the band, and like the band folded up and I was beginning to get a bit jaded with it all after 12 years, I thought, well, what the hell am I going to do? And I applied for a job at a taxi firm driving private hire, and then I ended up actually driving a licensed, a proper hackney carriage licensed car, which belonged to somebody else, but he wanted another driver to drive it when he had his off days. So I took that on. And I quite got into it because I was living in Basildon then, and I knew Basildon really well, so it wasn't a problem. But then I ended up going up to London with a bloke, and yeah, that was a problem because I just didn't know my way around London at all. So that was a bit of a joke.
All I see of London is what's on TV, and that's it. That's enough for me, mate.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt about it. I can't eat. Down here we've got Exeter, which is probably my nearest sort of big city, apart from Plymouth. Either one of them I hate going to. The amount of traffic on the roads, it's ridiculous.
Which is why I quit motorbikes before I had my legs cut off, basically. What doesn't help either is that England is one of the very few countries who drive on the left. Everybody else drives on the right, and then when they come over here to live, bloody blah, they forget, and I get it. I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah, it happens.
I really think that England, we should drive on the other side of the road, mate.
It will never happen. Never, never, ever happen. It would cost so much money to get us changed over to the right hand side of the road because of all the signboards that have to be changed, the amount of, you know, labour that's involved in that. It'll never happen. We're stuck with it now.
Hang on, we're British, aren't we? We need a finger to point on who to blame for this traffic.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know who decided that it was a good idea to drive on the left-hand side when everyone else was driving on the right. I don't know. Typical Brits, isn't it? Got to be a bit different.
Pompous British thing, yeah.
Stiff upper lip and all that. Oh, we can do it because we're British.
That is a bit embarrassing from our history, yes. It's weird though if you think about the history of us, yeah? You know, like the British Empire was kind of big, and then we've got nothing really.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that, all the colonies and that. Yeah, Great Britain isn't so great anymore, I'm afraid. It's got a bit jaded.
And now I think England's going through a bit of a crazy stage with this PC thing, yeah? Everyone's getting offended, mate.
Yeah, that's to do with Europe, isn't it? That's one of the reasons why everyone wanted to get out of Europe. That's what Brexit's all about. Yeah, we can't even advertise Christmas in shop windows now and have little nativity displays and things because it offends people. Oh dear. What a shame.
If you don't like it, get out, mate.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't be discussing this live on stream because I'm likely to get wound up and start swearing.
But if you think about it, yeah, because I'm what, 39, yeah? We've always been in Europe ever since I was born, so I know no difference. It is kind of scary, kind of a thing.
Yeah, I forget what year we actually joined Europe now. It was, I think it was before I was born, but I was born during the early times of it, and obviously I was too young to know anything then. All I wanted to do was play. So, yeah, I don't know how it all happened.
I think it was after World War II, I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. Because that's when NATO was formed, wasn't it?
I wouldn't have a clue, mate.
Yeah, that was so that world wars didn't happen again. The idea of NATO is it was supposed to be taking all the member countries and become one big team rather than fighting against each other.
And then we've got no one to fight against because we're all on the same side.
Yeah, that's it. To be honest with you, Russia would not bother us at all, neither would China, if it weren't for these blinking terrorists and people like North Korea. You know, that's likely, well likely to start another world war. Because you get one country get involved and that's all it takes, and then everybody else will get involved.
Won't last long though, will it, the next one, mate?
No, it won't. And
I've got 98%, so I'm done, man, I'll go back.
People have to know that. Yeah, if it kicks off, kiss your tush goodbye.
It's going to be a very, very hot day, man, if it ever happens. I just don't understand humans, man. Everybody's got something against somebody else. It's weird, man.
It's not everybody. You know, if you look at that Kim Jong-un or whatever he's called, he's a really ugly looking bloke anyway. You know what I mean? Little fat bloke. He is a rich man. He's got mansions all over Korea, North Korea. But his people are starving. They can't even afford to feed themselves, you know what I mean? And they're all scared of him, because if they disagree with anything he says, he has them executed. You know, who the hell would want to live in a place like that? And I mean, all right, they might have a lot of manpower there because they're all being forced to be soldiers. But when it comes down to equipment, there's no way they're going to outrun the Americans. The Americans have got the latest of everything.
Yeah, shame they like blue on blue a bit too much.
Yeah, that does tend to happen, doesn't it, with the Americans? I've noticed that.
In the Gulf War in about 1992-3, was it, when that first happened? I remember a lot of blue on blue.
Yeah. Yeah, there was, well, basically that's all that was in the news.
We're well over halfway, mate.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I looked a minute ago. There's not too much of the field left, so we'll just keep dumping until it says no, you can't put any more in here, and then we'll think what to do with it then. If it's only a little bit, it might be worth carrying on, but trucking it over to the BGA silo and dumping it in there. Or if it's only a really small bit that's left, it might just be worth ploughing it in. Oh yeah, Yeah, there's quite a lot left, isn't there? So, well, we'll see how it goes anyway.
Strange little corn cutter though, isn't it? Because it's not like a harvester where it actually stores it inside.
No, that's right. It's literally chopping everything. The stalks, the leaves, the actual corn heads, it just chops everything. Whereas a combine harvester separates everything so it can get to the grain. Or the, you know, the kernels or the heads or whatever they're called. But you can't make silage without chaff, that's the thing.
I think I'll just get the hang of it as we go along, mate.
Yeah, it's the way to do it. That's
I forgot more than what I know, mate.
Yeah, same here. It's, as I said, we've both been learning together.
Single player, I just couldn't kind of get into it because I was watching everybody else streaming on YouTube and Twitch and stuff, but I'm getting into it again, mate.
Yeah, it's okay. When you're working with somebody and you can chat, especially now we've got the voice comms, that is excellent. I haven't got to keep stopping to type a message, you know, because I find that really annoying.
Yeah, I noticed on ETS2 the typing and the reading and the driving, it must be a right pain to do.
It is, absolutely.
What's this Discord thing? I haven't had any single problem with this so far.
No, I think it's a brilliant a brilliant program. Yeah, it beats the Opus engine, the sound engine that's in this seat is brilliant compared with TeamSpeak. TeamSpeak always seemed a bit robotic to me, especially when people talked over the top of each other. This one actually deals with that quite well. And the fact that you've got so many different settings, like, I mean, I can turn you down, up or down, just in my headphones where it don't affect the stream, or I can adjust your volume that the stream is hearing, separate. So yeah, I mean, that's really clever.
The only thing I've done to this, I forgot what it's called again, this speech thing, yeah. All I've done to that so far is change it from English American to English British, and that's all I've done. But that's all I've had to do.
Funny enough, I've done exactly the same thing.
Oh, and I've turned the volume up for me as well. That's it. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, surprise, mate.
I've still got to turn your volume up a little bit for me. I'm still hearing you a little bit quiet, but I mean, that's easily rectified and I'll sort that out from my end. Don't worry about it. But I've listened to the videos back that I record at the same time as I'm streaming, and your voice is coming through quite okay on there. It's nice and clear.
I sound terrible. I saw a bit. Oh my god.
You sound a lot better than me. I think, you know...
Problem, Mike, problem. No more capacity for chaff.
Right, okay. Right, now we've got to make a decision then what we're going to do. So we've got quite a big lump of field left here. Do you want to run it over to the BGA? That's not a problem. That always happens. There's limited capacity, so that means we've got 250,000 litres of chaff in storage.
BGA, where's that?
Yeah, you'll have to have a look on the map and work out your own route for getting there. It's probably the best way.
Biomass heating plant, is that it?
Let's have a look. I'm looking at the big map now. Yeah, so you drive into the farm. Oh, you take that little route. Oh, look at that. It's one road all the way there. You know that little route that goes over the dodgy bridge?
Yeah.
You go that way and just carry straight on the track, and it takes you right to the biogas plant, look, on the road.
Oh, the biogas plant, okie doke, that's better, man. I was going to go to the biomass heating plant.
No, that's something else. We probably won't even be using that. The biogas plant is the one that makes money. As you can see, if you look on the icon there, you can actually see all the clamps. Whereas the biomass heating plant hasn't got that. Yeah, so that should be quite easy to get rid of.
Something else I'll never use is this biomass and the biogas.
Well, the clamps are exactly the same as the clamps that you've just been filling up on the farmyard. So it's exactly the same method. Tip the stuff by driving forward as you're tipping, spread it out evenly. It will need compacting again, unfortunately. But, you know, that's just one of those things. Until such times I make up my mind, if I decide to get one of them silage bunkers, then we don't need to do any of this because everything just gets tipped into the silo and then it makes silage. So you don't actually need to bother mucking about with the clamps. Oh, and when you're topping up these clamps, make sure you always use the same one. Don't go tipping in all different clamps. Make sure one is completely full first. Right, which clamp did you dump into?
Right on the end, mate.
Oh yeah, I gotcha. Right, I'll load in from this end then. Okay, so
that ain't bad, mate.
So forevermore, this clamp at this end will be known as clamp 1.
Well, that makes sense, left to right from the map view, yeah. Okie doke. Look at that drop that I did. How perfect is that? Come on.
Yeah, no, that's sweet.
That's good for a noob. corn started to pop up in number 12.
Has it?
I wonder what the hell that was.
Yeah, there was a bit of a lag just a minute ago. Did you notice that?
Yeah. Auto save, wasn't it? Every time there's lag on this game, I think auto save.
Oh yeah, that's usually what it is on most games. The auto save on ETS is terrible for that.
It is if you're on a corner, yeah. So as a guess, yeah, you could get the man truck with the big massive truck trailer and fill it off that.
Yes, eventually we'll get round to doing that, and yeah, that'll be probably a bit easier than doing it with little trailers. Although these ain't so little, but there is bigger trailers in the game, obviously. Yes, I mean eventually that will happen, but it's not of a consequence just at the moment.
Yeah, I just wondered if you could do that with the big truck as well.
Oh yeah, you can.
Like I said, I've never even saw this before. I've never even used this Kroner harvester cutter thing.
Oh yeah, I've done a lot of silage because I've always kept cows, so I've done a lot of this.
All I used to do with the cows, to be honest, was cut the grass, give them the grass, get the milk at 12 o'clock, and that's all I ever did.
Yeah, was you actually getting milk?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Oh right, okay, because I don't think in this game, unless you're feeding them proper stuff, they produce milk.
I did get it up to 100% with you have to mix it and everything, but I just found it tedious.
Yeah, a lot of people did, which is why we've now got the feed mixing machines, which are all automated. And they actually exist in real life. It's not as though it's something that's made up for the game.
When I first saw this cutter, I couldn't take my eyes off the header. How that works, it looks really good.
Yeah.
Like that really old harvester from FS13, that looks really good too.
I'll tell you what though, this thing's a bit loud in your left ear hole, isn't it, when you're driving next to it?
Yeah.
Howdy, partner.
I nearly fell off the bridge, man. Oh god. I know it's going to happen one day on that bridge, man. I dread it.
Just slow down a little bit. I know it's a bit difficult because you've got the overhanging trees there and they obscure your view a bit. But yeah, other than that, it's not too bad.
It just doesn't look safe, does it, mate?
No, it doesn't. I always get that wary feeling when I drive over it.
You know, on the end of the pipe, yeah, there's like a torch. That's kind of cool, man. When he just turned it on there, you can see where he's shooting. That is epic, mate.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like I've never actually played this game before, mate.
Keep discovering things, yeah.
I wonder what game Callie's going to be playing.
It's going to be ETS, so you can guarantee it.
Really?
That's all he plays, I think.
Fair play, it's a brilliant game, mate.
Yeah, too true.
Every day I have to pop on, man, I just have to. I went to work the other day with about 3 hours sleep under my belt, mate.
Well, that's not so good. I mean, it's all right for me doing that because I can lay in the morning as long as I want.
My foot patrols are about 9 to 12 miles a day as well.
Yeah, you need your sleep.
I'm losing quite a bit of weight though, I've noticed. I've got some urban combat trousers, the black, grey and white ones, and they've always been like kind of tight. And I've had them for about 2 years. They've got motorbike, you know, biker's armour in the knees and in the hips. But I put them on today and they fit perfect, man.
Yeah, well, that's no good thing if you're losing a bit of weight. No good thing, no bad thing, I should say.
Don't want to be a fat bloke, but I don't want to be a rake either, mate. What's going on?
Everyone wants to be that perfect size, don't they?
Even blokes, man. See, at work it's weird, man. I wear like a certain kind of a coat that makes me look big, yeah? And I'll get called fatty and everything, and I'm like, hang on, I'm only 13 stone, mate. But I can see how fat people do get annoyed and sad by being called fat, you know? He's not their fault as such, you know, glands and stuff.
Yeah, you see, all sorts of problems can cause obesity. Not just overeating, as most people seem to think.
A lot of people I work with, you don't never see them eating, and I don't know why they're that big. I don't get it.
It's all to do with your metabolism. It's what your body burns up, you know, in its natural way. I've got a fairly high metabolism, but some people have got a really low metabolism, and that's why they can't get rid of fat reserves easy. I mean, I need stuff for putting weight on, not for taking it off.
Yeah, so do I, man. Something called weight gain. It's like a powdered drink, I believe.
Yeah, I used to use something called Weight On, spelt W-A-T-E.
Over the years, I've known people to go down the gym and, you know, not seen them for a while, and my God, have they changed. But it's all to do with the food and diet as well as just going to the gym. It's good how it works, mate, if you don't know anything about it.
Yeah.
He's got arms like my thighs, man. This one guy I know.
Yeah. Well, in my younger days, I used to go and play squash, which is a rather energetic game. And I used to finish the game there, and then I used to go and have a sauna, come straight out of the sauna, sweating like a good one, and jump straight in the swimming pool.
Oh, nasty, man.
Yeah, no, really refreshing. I'll tell you, yeah, it's a bit of a shock for the system, but you come out of it thinking, wow, what have I just done to my body? It feels brilliant, you know.
I wondered where you'd gonna pop out then, mate.
Yeah, I've been wary going across this bridge thinking I might meet you somewhere.
Thank God we can't knock these signposts down, because that one would have just blown up, mate. A lot of people can't play this game with the keys and the mouse. I just find it so easy.
Yeah, I can't play any game with keys and mouse really, to be honest with you. If it involves driving, forget it, I'm all over the place. In a minute I better buy another wheel loader and get it over here because we're going to need something to flatten this lot out.
All you gotta do is tell me when you want to use that number 2 lane.
Yeah, we're all right at the moment I think.
Cool beans, mate. I'm just surprised at how accurate I'm getting this stuff into those trench things.
Yeah, that's all right, that's good. That's good news. That's a good skill to have, that.
Besides cutting corn down and sending it into the wrong storage, yeah?
And planting oilseed race, yeah.
Ah, we forgot about that. You're not allowed to mention that.
Right, I'm going to leave my tractor in the car park here and I'm going to go and buy another one of them wheel loaders and then I'll drive that back to the BGA and swap back to my trailer again.
I can see why this game is a hell of a lot more popular with it being multiplayer than the offline version.
Yeah, it's a bit more fun, isn't it, when you're actually working with people.
As long as you all kind of get on, yeah, there's no, falls and, a bit of organisation. It's like being at work with your mates, mate.
Absolutely.
And you can't beat being at work with your mates, mate. To be honest, I'm looking forward to Saturday, oddly enough.
Saturday, what's Saturday?
Back to work, mate.
Oh yeah, right, okay.
And then when I get back from work, back on here again. It's a hard life, mate.
Ain't it just?
With no kids and no girl, oh, it's hard life, mate. It's like every day is Christmas, man. Do what I want, yeah?
Yeah. Right, I'm at the shop.
I did wonder that though, if you got another flattening thing yet, that would you have to drive it, or would it just pop up down here at the BGA? So annoying, man, when you got to go to the toilet and all you want to do is drive a little tractor, man. Be right back.
Okay.
The advantage of living in a little bungalow, everything's kind of close, mate.
Very true.
Who needs stairs, man? Stairs are overrated, mate.
Oh, you saw me coming, did you?
I did indeed. I don't have a license, but I can drive. I saw too many mistakes online for things like that to happen, mate.
Yeah.
Planting the wrong crop is one thing, but tractor collisions is another, mate. To be honest, that field 9, that has been the biggest cock-up I have ever made in my life ever on games in a long time, mate.
Yeah, you're right. Luckily enough, it's not a huge field, is it?
I'm sure it'll come in handy sometime along the line, mate.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not, who knows.
Okay, you can tip.
Very tidy job there, Mike.
Yeah.
At least we can do something right, man.
Grassmen.
Oh god, you
Chaffmen.
just crashed again. Oh my god.
Well, this stream has been going 3.5 hours since I started the timer. Yeah, look, there's a plough over there. Right hand side. You see that?
That's
Isn't
from
it?
last night, man, yeah.
Oh, what, you left it there?
No, if you remember, you had the big plough, I had the small plough. I bought the big plough back and you left the one there.
Oh, right, okay. I thought, because I know some of these maps, they have things like that where they've left bits of equipment laying around the map and you discover them by accident, right?
Yeah, that was us last night, man.
Okay, yeah, I remember. I said to you I was going to park it out of the way. I think what I'll do, Stu, is we'll make this the last 2 trailer loads to take over there, and then I'm going to stream off for an hour or 2 hours while I have my dinner.
Yeah, good idea, man.
And also I'll be able to clear this video out of the way. Make sure I'm getting no copyright strikes on me this time.
There's got to be somebody out there who's watching it though, aren't they? They watch a load of videos and copyright them.
Oh sure, you know, not everybody's watching the live stream, but they're certainly watching the videos, yeah.
God, I'm glad I'm away from that. That is a loud machine, mate.
It is.
I might have to turn the volume down in my left earpiece.
Right, I'll just flatten that out and then I'll go off the server. I'll save the game. Oh, I'll flatten it first, then save the game.
I left the tractor and the trailer by that funky little corn cutter thing.
Right.
$5 already, mate.
Yep, and we've been streaming 3 3/4 hours.
No way. What's going on with the time, man?
There you go. If you're doing something, time passes quick, doesn't it?
This game just keeps your brain active, mate. There's always something to do. I'm going to put a shout out on Facebook to the certain people who I know who are okay in the head, because some of them aren't quite right in the head, yeah? And I'll see if any of them have this game and want to come over.
Okay.
But these are people from Aces High 2, these aren't strange, freaky, deaky people with chewing gum behind their ears. These are like decent people. I like the way I put that, people with chewing gum behind their ears. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm mucking about here just trying to get this thing at the right angle so it's not collecting silage as I'm driving backwards and forwards. It's really hard doing this for a trackball. I'm going to have a look at the key bindings to find out what keys operate these things.
Because I use 2 mice, it's weird how I do it, but it's so easy for me, but it is weird. It'll sound even more weird now that I use 2 mice. I mean, there you go.
Yeah, it's just that with the trackball, obviously, I'm using the ball to operate the angle of that thing and the up and down motion, and you've got to spin the ball exactly right, or it goes in little tiny increments that take forever.
Why have you got one of those ball mice things for?
Because I've always used one, and I just find them so easy. It was especially when I was doing photo editing. And working on video files in Premiere Pro, it was easy to move stuff around using a trackball, easier than a mouse.
Okie doke, I saw them but I've never used them.
Yeah, and I just sort of got used to them. I've always used them. Plus the fact it doesn't move on the desk, so it's always in the same place. I can put my hands straight on it and it's there. So it's got its advantages, but when it comes down to operating equipment with it, it's not very good. So I'll have to look up the key bindings and find out what keys are assigned to them functions.
That would need to be banned keybinds. Yeah, he's banned.
Yeah. I know there is keyboard buttons to work all that stuff, but I've just forgotten what they are, so.
You see, for the timber yard stuff that I used to do, these machines with the grabbers and cutters and things, I just got used to them, but it didn't have to take a lot of learning, man.
Yeah.
But like what you're doing now, like making this chaff stuff, I've never done this before, so happy days. I'm just a basic farming, man. If it makes money, I'll stick to it, and that's all I ever did.
To be honest with you, when it comes down to doing this work now, what we're doing to make silage, I've always taken the easy route and downloaded that silage thing that I was telling you about. Because that, you just tip, you back your trailer up to the bunker, tip it, and then over time it automatically makes silage. You've got no need to flatten the thing out like I'm doing here and stuff like that, you know. Makes life so much easier.
So you put in A, you put in B, and it comes out with the feed. That's okay. We don't have to like do the actual mixing ourselves.
No. You all it does is produces silage, but without doing all this. With them silos on the site, you don't need to use these bunkers at all, because all your silage is made in the silo, and then you just drive a trailer underneath it and it fills it up with silage. Then you take that to the feed mixer. Do you see what I mean? Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Yeah, all this work that we're doing now with flattening and filling these and driving through, it gets rid of all of that. All you do is reverse your tray to the silo, dump your chaff in there and your grass, you can use either, and then over time it makes silage. Right, that's that done, 100%.
According to this oilseed radish that I accidentally put in earlier, it's so-called green manure, and it works as a fertiliser, increasing your next yield by 30%. So it's not all that bad.
Yeah, that's right, that's exactly what it does. That's what I said to you, it's a fertiliser.
Oh, happy days.
That's all it's good for, because you can't sell it, you can't do anything else with it other than plough it in. So yeah, it'll help that field out, no doubt about that.
Where you gone? Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is a convenient parking space for this thing.
Right, I'm gonna go grab some food, and thanks for everything, and catch you around whenever you're on.
No sweat. What I'm going to do is I'm going to save the game now first. I won't forget to do that. That makes sure that we've stored all the information of the work we've done. And then I'll come off the server. If you want to stay on and carry on doing a bit and just hope that the auto saves pick up whatever you do, that's fair enough. Or you can wait for me and I'll be back on sometime around, well, between 7 and past. Something like that.
I need feed, food, drink. I've got 2 texts, 1 call to do, all work stuff, boring. And then I'll see you between 7 and past then. See you later, mate.
Okay, Stu. See you then. Cheers, mate.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Yes, YouTube. We're going to shut the stream down now, but we will be back, because we've still got a load of work to do here yet. We will be back between 7 and past. So, you know, tune back in, please. But in the meantime, we're going to log off and shut down, and we'll see you all soon.